Hello YouTube, I am Robert J. Carmody. I'm a photographer in the DeLand, Florida area, and I am going to take you through an unboxing of the Impossible Project's brand new I-1 analog instant camera. So to start off, she arrived today. It's about 3 days from when I ordered it, and that was pretty impressive considering that was free shipping. So I did the bundle, which I believe was $349.99, which came with 3 packs of film and the camera itself. So we'll set these aside and let's take a look at the packaging to start with. Here you have a profile of the camera from this side. There's the front of the camera and of course the other side of the profile. On the back we have the name, and on the bottom of the package we have a bunch of info about the film it takes, its features, and your serial number is also over here, which I've covered because I'm unaware if there's anything bad about all of you knowing my serial number. So the top of the box has, I don't know how well you can see this, a perforation along this yellow line, a lot like envelopes you get for mailing. So without further ado, I am going to open her up and see what we got inside. So this box is opening up flat. This is pretty neat. We've got a diagram here that the camera is apparently screwed into one of the boxes and that we need to remove the screw before pulling it out. And also here at the top is another diagram of the camera and features. Take a look at their product packaging design. We'll set that aside. So here's the box that was inside the box. It's a nice gray with some embossed lettering here. I don't know if I can get this in the light good enough. Basically some verbiage on there telling us that this is the first analog instant camera truly made for the digital age. Again, name. So here we go. And there she be, safely strapped down in the box. Some more name stuff there, Impossible embossed on the front. And I'm gonna hold this and turn it over as this is apparently the screw holding the camera in. And we've got little arrows telling us which way to turn this. All right, little plastic yellow screw is out. And there we go, she lifts right out. Get to this in a second. And that is the A1. So a little side profile there. We have a band, it says, let's see if the camera will focus, charge fully before use. So I'm gonna keep this video to a basic, just an unboxing, and I will come back once it's charged and go over maybe some functionality of it and also the iPhone app. On the front here, we have an indicator light, which gives us information about battery levels, I believe. Right next to that is a micro USB port. Clearly this is our switch up here for opening the compartment. I'm going to take this off. Set that aside. And get to see her up close. I apologize for my hands. I am not a hand model by any means, if you've already guessed that. But that's all I got to work with, people. There's our tripod mount, 1/4-20, and an embossed Impossible logo right there in the bottom. Give you a super close-up view. So I believe it's 8 LED lights. They also let you know how many images are left in your film pack, and they are, of course, also the flash. So the viewfinder here on the top opens up with this little button, this little lever. She snaps open, and there's your targeting system right there. The film, load your film cartridges, our rollers, and as you may know or not, that I believe these packs of film do not include a battery, so it uses the battery inside here to operate and not the film packs as the old Polaroids do. Let's see if she has any charge in her at all. I believe we turn her on by aligning these 2 yellow lines. And we're getting some flashy lights. All right, so I'm gonna set her down for a moment and see what else we have in the packaging. This box where it's set, that's the hole that it was secured to, and right here it says lift. So we are going to lift this up. And inside we have some paperwork and accessories. So we have a business reply envelope if we need. Project 8, you are invited. So we've got this nice little fold out. With some pictures, some how to participate. Looks like this might be a, not sure, I will read that later as I do not want to bore you. So here's information on connecting the camera to your iPhone app. I've already downloaded the iPhone app, and I will probably go through that in another video. But here's our little quick start guide for how it's going to connect to the iPhone, clearly via Bluetooth. Our user manual, nice small little user manual. Shows us what we got in all of the languages. Next, it looks like we have another fold-out diagram with a cutaway shot, giving us some details about what's going on inside there. And then here is another get started, quick start kind of information. So here it tells you about the notifications on the ring lights, the LEDs with the LED red light on the front, which I just showed you what that means, alignment of the viewfinder, and recommendations for how close to your eye you need to hold it. This is getting started, loading the film, taking the picture cut, ejecting through the front. Our knob control information is here, along with the light and darken and the flash switches. So we will go over that before we start playing. And here we have a little box. So this is, let's see how she opens. And right here we have our USB cable. You'll want to be careful opening this, as inside this bag are 2 tiny thumb screws, which are used for attaching the camera strap or the hand strap that can be attached to the back. So there's our micro USB cable. My camera decides to not focus on that. There we go. For charging, it is a flat ribbon cable. So if that really does help with not tangling or not, that's kind of up for debate. Here's our screws. These are tiny little thumb screws. That will hold the strap on. The back they attach right. Try to get the light right on these two sides. Here and here. The other side of this box. Nice, clever folding. Just fold it up into two different compartments right here. So nice little bit of industrial design. Here is the camera strap. It appears to be a plasticky rubber, but feels solid. Doesn't feel cheap at all. Got some thickness to it, and our thumb screws would come into this and attach to the back of the camera. And then we have, as so many electronic devices or camera stuff, comes with a little lens cleaning cloth. Here are all of our pieces laid out. Basically, that's everything that came in the box. And we might take a closer look at the camera here. Okay, just going to go over some first impressions of the camera itself. Everything is matte black, which I am a big fan of. So bonus points, I'm already in love. Honestly, when I first saw this camera, I thought it was kind of goofy looking, almost didn't like it, and it is fast growing on me. One of the main triggers for me purchasing this was the fact that you had manual control over your Polaroid shots via the iPhone app. So it seemed to be like an affordable, nice new option for having full manual control. On this side here, we have our flash on and off switch. Other side of the lens is the light and dark indicator. This is our shutter button. It is a dual, so it's a soft press for focusing, and then follow through with taking a picture, like a lot of SLR cameras or DSLR cameras always are. And you can feel that first stage click, and then you can definitely feel the two, and I'm gonna put it next to the mic and see if you can hear the two clicks. That was the soft press, and that was the shutter. So there definitely is two states to that. That's soft, and then all the way down to take the picture. On Impossible's YouTube page, they do a good job getting you started, showing you some of the basic features and explaining. They even recommend practicing that soft click and that full. So again, you turn this on, that turns the camera on. We get our indicator lights there by the port, so it does ship with some charge. I'm assuming it would prefer to be fully charged before taking any pictures. Again, here is the rangefinder. Our little aiming thing. So they even recommend, if you're shooting up close, that there is a discrepancy, because this is not an SLR like the SX70s were, and some of the other Polaroids, that if you were shooting up close, you would aim through here, and then you would have to tilt the camera ever so slightly to get the equivalent framing, or to get that center point in the center of the frame. So when we start using it, we'll look into if that's fairly easy to compensate for, or a pain in the butt. So hopefully not. The stuff up here in the glass that you use to view and look through looks pretty nice. It is a silver reflective finish, and you basically align the dot. It's hard to do with the camera, but you basically align that dot to frame your shot. And they recommend 4 to 5 centimeters from your eye as you're focusing or framing through this. So again, it's got some decent weight to it. You definitely feel it more up here to the front than you do in the back. Clearly the rollers and the battery pack appear to be in here. You can see they built in lithium ion battery, 3.7 volts, 500 milliamps, I believe. And there's our two rollers, and underneath there you can kind of see a battery.